So we have scripts with arguments, but what about the logic? We have some operations that look like logical ones, but at the first glance they look a little strange. Actually, the cornerstone of Shell's logic is this strange reserved variable, $? This is exit value of the last run command. For example, we have the following commands. What does this mean? Only one thing. We have a successful program with an exit code of 0 and a failure with a non-zero exit code. It seems strange, but it is understandable. In fact, Unix follows Leo Tolstoy's principle. All happy families are alike. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. That's right. We were not interested in the details of when our programs finished successfully. But the reason for the failure can be different, and we should be able to separate one from other. And if we have successful and unsuccessful results, we can operate of those results using operations similar to the logical operators and or. 2 ampersands means running program 2 if program 1 succeeds with 0 exit code. And 2 vertical bars means start program 2 if program 1 failed. Exited with code other than 0. Okay. Also, our programming language has the good old if. And what is this list in this case? Those are just a command. The exit code of the command will determine the behavior of if. And in the body of our if, we can run other commands, which named the list 2. And the most commonly used command in if statement is the test. Test command or just an open in square brackets. It is often just a link to the executable test. Be aware that if you use a square bracket, you must close the expression with the closing square bracket. And the space before that, that is important because it's just a command's argument. Okay. we can see such expressions which checks string or variable. Is it not zero? Is zero? It's operation not by exclamation sign, operations, logical operations, and or comparison of strings, and as we can see, comparison for numbers looks like in old good Fortran comparison operations. Some checking about existing of files or directories or symbolic links, and many others. We also have loop statements. While which execute commands while the statement command returns 0 and until executing until the statement command fails. We also have a for loop construct, which may not seem very familiar to programmers from classical programming languages such C. The source of the values, the set for the loop variable is just a string of fours separated by spaces. To emulate the classic number cycles, we have to use a special commands that will generate sequences of numbers for us, like sequent command. Or like this. Sequence from 1 to 10 with step 2. Also, you can use the classic break and continue loop operators with the ability to set of loop level for breaking or continuing of your loop. A case command first expands the word and tries to match it against each pattern in turn, using the same matching rules as for path name expansion. If the double semicolon operator is used, no subsequent matches are attempted after the first pattern match. As in C language. Let's try to play with our hello program again.
Okay.